Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Labor Day long weekend to all the Vancouverites. It's a long weekend here, beautiful weather. We've been having this for a couple of weeks and great way to end off the summer. Ronnie and I went for a walk this morning and I'm excited about this share, as you can probably tell. And after we were finished our walk, we were just walking back towards the truck, and we encountered this amazing gentleman, and his name was Robert. And Robert's standing there looking at a tree, and he made the comment as we're walking by. He goes, "What an interesting tree." And I looked at it, and it was a little bit different shape than the other trees. And then he said, he goes, when babies are born, he goes, sometimes they have the umbilical cord wrapped around their neck, and the doctors have to act quick to unwrap the umbilical cord from them. Otherwise, they could choke to death. He goes, in the case of this tree, it had a big knot at the bottom, at the base of it. He goes, it looks like the umbilical cord was never cut or removed from the neck of this tree. And he goes, but look, it still managed to grow into such a beautiful big tree. And I looked at it and I thought, wow, what an observation. And so I started talking to Robert, and we had this fantastic conversation. And I've attached a couple of pictures of him. You'll see his smile and how radiant it is. And, as we were talking, he said to me, he goes, we exchanged names, and he goes, Menji, he goes, I have no money, I have no home, I own nothing, and I'm happy. And he was smiling as he's saying this to me, and people are walking by, as we're having this conversation, they're probably wondering, what we're talking about. You could tell by the way they were looking at us. And, that really got us going. And then we sat there, we talked for about 20 minutes, half an hour, just about life. And he shared his journey with me. And I was kind of correlating what was going on, because my parents are in New York with my youngest son, and my middle son flew there this morning, and he had been upgraded to business class, and he was sending us these pictures of the beds laying down, and he's got his TV and the drinks and everything. And I thought, wow, he's happy as well, and look at this gentleman, has absolutely nothing, and how happy he is. And so it's very interesting. And so as we had a good chat, and then as we were leaving, we gave each other a good hug, and I remembered I had some clothes in my car, and I asked Robert. I go, Robert, would you mind if I offered you some clothes? And he goes, he goes, no. He was pretty excited actually. So I went back to the car, came back, got him a bottle of water, and gave him the clothes that I was driving around for about a week with, and I was going to go give them to the Union Gospel Mission, but I just never made it. So I guess they were meant for him. And I gave him the clothes, and then I gave him $20, and I gave him 50 cents. And he looked at me and he goes, what are these 50 cents for? I go, well, Robert, don't spend the 50 cents. I go, if you're ever in real dire need, I go, give me a call. And I gave him a couple of business cards. And I go, so, the quarters are for a payphone. And, he just looked at me and he said to me, he goes, Menji, you've given me something that nobody ever has. And I was like, oh, what is that? And he goes, nobody's ever really sat down and talked to me the way you have, especially, he goes, in particularly for a long, long time. And he goes, ever really had a conversation with me about my life and what I enjoy and that. And he goes, I want to thank you for that. And I want to thank Robert for what he gave me. I learned so much from him today. And it doesn't really take much to make somebody happy or to learn. So Robert, thank you for what you've given me, and I wish all of you a fantastic week. And I hope you can all learn from somebody like that or teach and help somebody like that. Thank you. Have a great day.